Where do you live?
Poughkeepsie.
Now I made Poughkeepsie my home, upstate in general.
Where do you live?
Like Poughkeepsie, but like barely.
Where do you live? Poughkeepsie.
What's your name?
My name is Dylan
Where do you live?
in Poughkeepsie.
Where do you live?
Poughkeepsie.
We're from Poughkeepsie, a town in upstate New York, and we want to make our community a better place. We interviewed people in Poughkeepsie with the goal of learning more about our community and seeing how we can be a more healthy and vibrant community. To me, a big part of a healthy community is a feeling of togetherness. So I asked people in Poughkeepsie what they think our community is doing to bring people together. All right. So, first question for you. What do we need in Poughkeepsie to be considered healthy and vibrant?
Well, I think, and this doesn't just hold for Poughkeepsie, it holds for a lot of small cities. Poughkeepsie was most vibrant when it had factories in the area. So you had a lot of people working, and those people, of course, were supporting families. And unfortunately, all those factories have closed. So, what's needed? Yeah, industry. Industry is needed to make the city of Poughkeepsie and most inner cities like that more vibrant.
Are there any groups or associations that you're a part of? Because I want to see how the community brings its residents together. So are there any groups like clubs, stuff like that?
Yeah, things I've done, which I think brings the community together, and other people should do it. I was on the board of the Grace Smith House. The Grace Smith House is still active. It's in the city of Poughkeepsie, and it's a home for battered women. Okay, so women that were in relationships where they were physically abused by either boyfriends or husbands were able to go to this facility and live there, whether they were alone or with children. We met to try to raise money and to better the lives of the battered women. I was also involved with the City of Poughkeepsie Little League, and I was with that for like 25 years. I was a coach, I was a manager, I was on their board, and I was a president of the association. I did it for 25 years. That brought the community together. Being involved in all these things, it's interesting because you get to see what the community means to other people. So I don't know if that's answering your question or not, but it is integral, I think, for people to look beyond themselves, because there's a lot of things in the community you can volunteer to do.
A lot of things you're a part of. You're involved. I just got one more question. That was a good answer. Is there anything in general you think that Poughkeepsie does, like activities that bring people together? Like a fair or something along those lines?
They used to do, and they haven't done it in a couple years, but they used to have what they called First Friday. And what it was, the first Friday of the month, they would have a get-together down on the main mall. And they had music, they had vendors. And this was just a couple of years ago. That I found was really good. And it was just people showing up, getting something to eat. The stores were open on that Friday night. I wish they could do something like that again. Yeah, I really would like to see more, because it's a small city.
Yeah.
It's 3 miles from one end to the other. So, if they could do things like that, I think they did draw people, and they can continue to try to draw people. So, yeah, I'd like to see them do more things like that.
In Poughkeepsie, there are a lot of major businesses like IBM, attractions and activities like Walkway over the Hudson, and touring the FDR home. I wanted to get somebody who doesn't exactly live in the Arlington community, but lives in Poughkeepsie. And I wanted to ask her what she thinks are the major businesses, attractions, and activities, and what we could use more of in the community. And here is what she said. Okay, so who am I here with today?
My name is Ruby Schwager.
And what community do you live in?
I live in the Spackenkill community.
And what school do you go to?
I go to Spackenkill High School.
All right, so I'm going to ask you a few questions about your community for my project. The first one is going to be, what do you think about the big businesses in the community, and do you think they have a positive or negative impact?
Well, I think they definitely have a really big impact, and I think it's positive, because like they bring in a lot of money that can be used for the community, and they also bring in a lot of diversity with the people that work there, and it gives a spot for people to stay, like certain big retailers, like say Target. It just gives a hangout spot and a convenient place to get stuff if you need it.
Alright, so the next question I'm going to ask you is, what do you think are the big activities in the community that bring the people together?
Well, the city of Poughkeepsie hosts like a lot of different like community activities. Like there was a Pride Walk in June, and I think that's one of the best examples of like community coming together. I feel like it makes everyone happy that they can spend time with each other and meet new people in the community.
That's a really good answer, and I have one more question for you for this. What big activities do you think the community needs more of?
I think there needs to be more like third-party spaces for like teenagers and tweens. Like you got like school, and then you got home, and beyond that, there's really nowhere else for kids my age to hang out. You know, so I think the introduction of more of those would be beneficial to specifically kids our age.
So the final question I have to ask for you today is, what do you love about your community, and what makes it a great place for people to want to come visit?
We're so close-knit. I mean, like the Spackenkill School District is only about 5 square miles, right? So everybody knows everybody, and I feel like it brings people together. And the more people know each other and stuff like that, like the more it creates like a sense of comfort for the people in the community.
Okay, now we're going to talk about Poughkeepsie's government really quick. Poughkeepsie's government is built around a mayor and a common council. So there's the mayor, Yvonne Flowers. There's also a city administrator whose name is Joseph Donat. He supervises departments and runs most of the daily operations. So next we have a legislative branch made up of a common council. They're the lawmaking body. They make laws, they approve appointments, they monitor different departments, and they check up on the mayor and administrator to keep a balance in power. There's 9 members in that common council. So what are departments? Well, departments are just areas of the government that cover different functions. You can see on the website there's finance, building, police, law, all these different functions. So that's pretty much a simplified rundown of our government.
So where do you live? Poughkeepsie. What are the public services that you know of?
Duchess Outreach, Lunchbox.
What are some negative things you notice about the city of Poughkeepsie?
There's a lot of homelessness, drug and alcohol abuse, I would say.
What do you think are some things the community of Poughkeepsie can do to improve those things?
More rehabilitation centers and programs, shelters.
Not many people know that Poughkeepsie was founded by 2 men, which were Robert Sanders, an Englishman, and Mindert van den Boger, a New Netherlands-born Dutchman. These 2 men founded Poughkeepsie and purchased land from Native Americans in 1686. And since then, technology and time and advancements have made what we have and call our home Poughkeepsie today. Here in Poughkeepsie, we have historical landmarks that include the home of Franklin D. Roosevelt, and we also have fun get-togethers yearly and monthly that include Hope on a Mission, suicide prevention walks, as well as Oktoberfest. And these make up what Poughkeepsie is and its mission to be a vibrant, safe, and a home-like community for its residents.
Functional interdependence in Poughkeepsie. Functional interdependence is the mutual reliance where the functions and operations of one entity are necessary for the functions or operations of another. Basically, common good. Basically, dependence between the citizens and the city. Great. It's a good thing. Functional interdependence regarding the services provided to residents. First one, garbage collection, which is funded by a proportionate collection fee, and the ad valorem tax, which funds general community-wide benefits. Parking. The parking division maintains specifically off-street parking, and news alerts, and mental health service, which is funded by the Dutchess County government and grants from the New York State Office of Mental Health and Medicaid. 211, which is the homelessness and eviction prevention. We have one here. So it's like a federal thing. Regarding population, the town of Poughkeepsie's population was at 45,471 as of the 2020 United States Census.
Hi, this is Z, and I am here with
Mel from Sunday Smash Burgers. How you guys doing?
I have a few questions for you.
Okay.
Where are you from?
Originally, I'm from White Plains, New York. Now I've made Poughkeepsie my home, upstate in general. I love it here.
Where is your business located?
33 Academy Street, Poughkeepsie, right in the heart of Poughkeepsie.
For how long has it been open?
We're going on 2.5 years right now.
I have a few questions for you.
Okay.
Based on the functional interdependence of the city and your business. So, what do you depend on for your business to prosper?
Really the community, honestly. We're a company that brands itself on being for the people, made by the people, and we just thrive off the support of our local community.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Okay. What services are provided by the city, if any, to help run and maintain a successful business?
Honestly, we've received a lot of support from our local government and local city officials. They book us for catering jobs. Actually, we're doing a huge event for Scenic Hudson. October 10th, they're launching their new location. I don't want to give the wrong address, but they're launching a new beautiful building they just built. We're going to be showing that space. We're activating that space to actually have people from the community come in and utilize that space for events, for just programming in general. So you should stop by.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I'll definitely come by. Okay. In your opinion, does the city do enough and contribute to your business for its success?
I actually do. I think Poughkeepsie has been very supportive. More supportive than I actually thought they would be. They received us with open arms. Everybody from the city planner, the building inspectors, everyone has really helped Sundays. They really support us. They have their meetings here. They refer people to book us for special events, birthdays, weddings, after parties. So we received a lot of support from the community, the local government, just everybody as a whole. We're thankful for that. Thank you.
That's incredible. Are you aware of what ward your business is in, and have you ever considered to reach out to a council member?
We're in the 6th ward right now, and the councilman of this ward is Chris Grant, and he stops by here all the time. He may just walk in here for a chicken sandwich. We know his order. He was actually here yesterday. He celebrates Sundays, and he's a great councilman.
Have you ever taken advantage of any business organizations provided by the city? Why or why not?
Well, when we first launched, we took advantage of a commissary kitchen called the Underwear Factory. It's off of Cherry Street. Great location. I would suggest anyone who is interested into really getting into this industry and they don't have a commissary kitchen, or they're unsure of their path before they go spend a lot of money on a brick and mortar, to try to become a member of the Underwear Factory. They have great resources. They're great people over there. The kitchen's solid, and you could really use that as a launching pad as far as this industry.
Thank you so much for being with me.
I appreciate you. Thank you for interviewing me. Sure.
Hi, Zanaya again. And I'm here with...
Legette Taylor, Executive Director of Community Matters 2.
Okay. I'm going to ask you a few questions about the community. Answer very honestly. Okay?
Gotcha.
What services do you know of that are provided by the city that help you or others with transportation, residential, and food?
The city has, transportation-wise, usually it's not really the city, it's more of the county that provides like transportation. But I know the city knows a couple organizations and businesses that could provide services for residents to actually, you know, get transportation. As far as food, we have places like Poughkeepsie Farm Project. You have Dutchess Outreach for those. They now have a pantry where you can go in and you can shop and get some food, and it's absolutely free. There's a couple other farms out there that actually provide food for residents that need it, as well as I know there was also SNAP, which helped get fresh food at either free or a lower cost.
Do you believe the city does enough to help you or others live comfortably?
I think the city does what it can, because at this point in time, I think the city actually, I think they're kind of getting themselves back together after so long of like the city was, we had a debt in the city. We're still, some of our say our infrastructure were old. So I think the city at this point is kind of building itself up, but I think they help where they can. But I still think that the city is developing in itself with all the new people coming in and developers and different organizations being formed. I think the city will have more resources, but they do what they can. But I think the city itself is still growing and kind of forming its, its framework.
Is there anything else you'd like to say about the community?
I'm from Poughkeepsie. I love Poughkeepsie. I've been doing this for 7 years. My other career was project management, but this career change to do this has been inspirational to be able to serve the community I come from. And shout out to you for asking the hard questions.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you.
Do you have anything to say about people who don't like Poughkeepsie or have anything negative to say about Poughkeepsie?
I don't, because it's your experience. Now, the negativity about the experience is different. It's hard to talk negative if you didn't have the experience.
Exactly.
Those who have a negative experience, I can't say anything because that's your experience. So people that just talk negative off of what they hear, no, I don't have nothing to say to them. Why waste time?
Thank you for talking
You're
with me.
very, very welcome.
Every business here has a tight relationship with one another, as well as the city, in order to boost the look and morale of the people in it. This order inevitably results in people and the government wanting to help, wanting to make the community better, and wanting to help each other. That's what a vibrant or flourishing community looks like. No matter how hardships persist and what struggles the community faces, such as homelessness, violence, and even drug addiction and low wages, the community continues to help each other to thrive towards the common good of the people.